welcome back everybody. Harry here, known as Trade Sharp, and today we have an exciting video because ADA is apparently being listed on Coinbase, and we're going to look at Luna. So let's see if this thing is going to continue going up or is it going to have a dump. Definitely stick around, but before we do that, let's get straight into BTC. And Mr. Bitcoin, it popped up the range here, right? And we closed above, and I did say if we did close above, we'd probably pop up to 57,000. But what happened? We had no volume down here. That's why I have the volume up. Look at the volume on a dump. Look at the volume back here on a pump. And you see on this pump, look at the volume. And you can see in the past, when we have had pumps, we've had increasing volume, but here it was actually decreasing volume. So that's why we had that fake out. And you have to always watch volume. And also, that's just telling me, the bias of this trend, right? So essentially, we're still holding this range between, 56,000. And I guess we could move this up here like this, but I rather have it where it was before because, that's it's more of a stronger place. But, basically it just caught that wick up there and then got rejected and came down. The 1 hour, on the other hand, it's looking like more accumulation. I am looking probably for the bottom of this range to be eventually hit. 1 hour Stokes is coming up probably and is catching this trend line here. So I might look for some sort of upside if this orange line gets to tick up. If not, let's look at 4 hour Stokes, see if we're going to test the top side of the range. And 4 hour Stokes is, crisscrossing about. If it does get a cross up, I might look for some more extension. But essentially, I'm not looking for anything major to happen. Of course, it could happen, but I get immediately bullish above 58,000. And that's where we need to close to say that the dump is over. But it's not looking like it wants to do it today. I do think that we do accumulate a little more, go a little sideways, which is great for the alts. So let's leave that and get straight into our alts. Just quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum at this, it's doing nothing. It's just holding that level we talked about yesterday. Let's go to Cardano, and yeah, man. So we had this huge pump here coming out of this long form accumulation phase that we've been having. Why is that very less history? Let's see if we can get more history on that. But where is my thing? Let's see, ADA. Let's see, Binance. Why is it giving me perpetual? I mean, it's enough to do TA, but anyways, you know, there we go. All right, now okay. That was weird. So yeah, you can see what actually happened, guys, is we reached my target here of this line here, and we came up and we closed and we basically bounced off it, and this was a major opportunity here, right? And I've been saying I'm quite bullish, but I was looking for some more downside, and then I said as soon as the news comes or anything happens positively, we could see some upside as long as we're holding that range all the way down here 0.08, right? So now it looks like, on the 4 hour, if we do break this wick here, I think it's going to get going, right? It tested the line as support. Now I think, definitely in the long term, this is going back to all-time high. If this flips, it looks like it wants to flip, then yeah, we're definitely going to come up here and take all-time highs. Taking a Fibonacci now from that high, we can take it from, this base here for some long-term targets, 1.6, 1.9, we have long-term targets, short-term targets. Uh, we're looking at all-time highs basically, and then 1.6. And let's go see on the lower time frames what if we do have a trade opportunity here. 1 hour, uh, let's see, 15 minute. I mean, yeah, that pump looks really good. I do think that we probably will get a rejection here at the top of the range. I do think we will get a rejection at the top of the range. Let's go all the way down to 5 minutes, see if I can see anything that we might do. I mean, does it want to get going now? Let's have a look at Stokes on the 1 hour. They're up there, right? It's pretty overextended. I would be very cautious, guys. Very cautious. I do think it will pop up, but I think we're going to have a bit of downside, and I do see that downside as an opportunity. So definitely keep your eyes on it. If we come down to 1.2, I definitely think that's an opportunity, and keep your eyes on that for a possible trade opportunity, not financial advice, of course, but I do think that this will continue. Looking at daily, momentum is nicely caught off the control zone going up now, and looking at weekly, this is not really much populated, but at the end of the day the daily is taking over, and looking at daily Stokes is catching, you know, we did break our really nice regression up here, but then, we're having this sort of regression now. So yeah, it's looking good, guys. Looking like more continuation. So that's what, oh man, I just deleted my Stoke. So it's looking like some continuation, right? So let's go and look at Luna and see what is going on with that, right? Let's see if we have any trade opportunities on Luna. So immediately Stokes are down, telling me more downside. 4 hour, on the other hand, yeah, more downside. Uh, yeah, we're looking like we wanna have some downside. We are getting a little bounce here because it's reached the bottom of the range, and you'll probably see that on the 1 hour and see it's reached that bottom of the range, bouncing up there. To be honest with Luna, I think it does need to hold this area here. To be honest, it's technically broken structure, but the 4 hour will be of more convenience. To be honest, it could come all the way back down here to 16, guys, and it wouldn't be really an issue. I am looking for some downside, but only if we close a 4 hour below this pivot, and that's basically it. But overall, guys, bullish daily looks really good, to be honest. Just having a cool off. Some price predictions. We don't have a confirmed top, so I can only take it probably from here to here, which we're already probably, you see that doesn't really work. So if I was to take a Fibonacci, I would have to go on a 4 hour to give us short-term targets, and that would be taken from this base here, right? And we can see that after breaking all-time highs, we can look for a target up here of 21 and some targets here of 23. And yeah, with that being said, guys, remember, take care, trade sharp, and see you tomorrow.